Hey everybody, welcome to this week's edition of Heat Seeker Outdoors. On today's hunt, we're going to go along with staffers Speedy and Eric Brown. Speedy is after a nice buck on state ground here in Indiana, and then about 60 miles to the south, Eric's trying to fill the freezer for the season. So stick with us and we hope you enjoy.
December the 18th, Indiana, sitting on a food plot in a ghillie blind, hoping to see some deer action. See what we can do tonight.
Hey everybody, my name's Eric Green. Most people call me Speedy. I've been with the fire service now for 10 years. I started out as a volunteer as a cadet when I was in high school. Worked my way through the volunteer service. Wait till I got 18. I got on to a 911 ambulance. After that, I got on to the city of Columbus, where I'm at currently. Been here for 3 years. And fire service is great. I love it. I love the camaraderie with the guys, the brotherhood. It's a lot of fun. Get to really know the people you work with and enjoy the job. I'm a very avid waterfowl hunter throughout the winter, and a lot of field hunts, a lot of river. We don't have a lot of like marshy ground that you'd see in Arkansas, Missouri, out west. So a lot of rivers, a lot of dry fields. It's a lot of fun. I fill in my time between waterfowl, deer hunting. I've done it my entire life. Started out hunting with my dad. Now every year me and him start opening firearm here in Indiana together on public land. It's a great thing, really enjoy it. Also hunt a lot of small game. Run dogs for rabbits, squirrels, doves. Pretty much just into hunting and being out in the outdoors, enjoying it. Waterfowl hunting's my real passion. Kind of falls in line with the fire service because you get a good camaraderie with the guys you hunt with, hanging out all day. You don't have to be as quiet and still like you do with deer hunting. So this last season, me and Pinto put out a small food plot on a piece of private ground in Jennings County. And we didn't get a lot of deer hanging around the area. It was a travel corridor, so we did what we could by putting in a small winter plot with ryegrass and turnips near a small pond. It was a nice spot. We had a lot of trail camera pictures coming in from there. It did its job well. But on the public ground I hunt, I spend a lot of time scouting out there, putting up trail cameras, doing summer scouting, just taking walks around the property, looking at the sign, the scrapes, the rubs, where they were currently or the years past. This last year I had some real good pictures coming in via trail camera and had some real good summer scouting videos. So I hope you guys enjoy this hunt and catch me on my next one. Alright guys, so the location for my hunt this past season was public ground here in southern Indiana. I am a big public ground hunter. I don't have a lot of private ground to hunt. I'm a big fan of it. There's a lot of big deer taken off public ground every year, and I think it's an opportunity most people don't take. They're afraid of getting overrun by other hunters, you know, that opening weekend of firearm. But you can avoid this with good scouting, planning, and you'll see in my video of what can come of it. So it was the second day of Indiana firearm season. I was in an oak tree surrounded by beach on an old skidder landing, because here in Indiana, the state ground gets logged every few years. Very thick cover around me. That morning I heard a buck grunting and chasing a doe through before shooting light, and never got to get a look at it. About 30 minutes before I saw this deer, I heard a shot ring out from the holler below me. I was up on a high ridge covered in oaks. And I don't have a lot of pre-footage of this deer. I was sitting there in my stand, just minding my own business as one does. All of a sudden he stepped around a beech tree out of the thicket. Didn't have a lot of time to film this deer. As you can see in the video, he steps out, he's in a small path. I get him in the camera and try my best to give good footage. Didn't have a lot of time to think. It was a check the deer out. Yes, this is a deer I might like to take. Get the camera going and see how it goes. So we'll watch the hunt here, and you guys will get to find out.
Hey, good morning, guys. It's November 17th, opening day of Indiana's firearm season. I'm hunting some public land today. Squirrels. Hunting some public land today. It's my normal spot, so we'll see what happens. It's the second day of Indiana's firearm season. I was just lucky enough to put a nice public land deer on the ground. So we're gonna go down and check him out here in just a second. We're on the ground now. Let's go check this deer out. He's only about 70 yards away. Oh man. Beautiful, beautiful deer. Oh man, there he is. He didn't move an inch. That 450 really did it to him. Yes. Public land 2018, Indiana. Tagged out, my season's over. So, this morning we got in with our climber, got up a tree, and sitting over top of a skiddered landing. This woods had been logged out quite a few years ago, but it's still clear. This guy came in about 8:30, walked in on a side trail and just barely poked his nose out there, and we got a good look at him and then got the camera on him. Acted like he didn't want to come in, so I took the shot and, well, dropped him where he stood. Here he is. It's a mainframe 8. We got a little kicker right here, but that's alright. I like him. Heavy antler deer. Dark. Real dark. All rubbed up. I'm tagged out, and now it's time to focus on doing some duck hunting. He's probably about a 3-year-old deer. Now the hard part, fill out the tag, get him cleaned, and drug out.
huge doe from my father-in-law's property in Indiana. Came in with 2 other does, and about 5:11 was when we shot her, and legal shooting lights done in about 45 minutes after that or so. So came in right before dark, and just thankful that I had the opportunity to hunt and put some meat in the freezer, and here at the end of muzzleloader season.
Congratulations, Eric, and congratulations go out to Speedy. Both guys set out, did what they were setting out to do. You know, Speedy connected with that nice buck on Indiana public ground, state ground. You know, all of us have been there where we've had to hunt that state ground, and you're out there with everybody else. And Eric put a game plan together. Speedy put a game plan together, and you know, made a plan, and it worked out perfectly. And as for Eric, you know, Eric's just looking to put meat in the freezer that night, and that's exactly what he did. He made a great shot. And you know, it's not always about killing these giant bucks and everything. You know, our families eat the meat. You know, nothing goes to waste on these animals when we harvest them. So thanks for watching us this week, and we hope you'll check back with us again soon.